What happens when your worst enemy becomes your life partner? In I Got Married to the Girl I Hate Most in Class, Saito and Akane are the ultimate rivals, constantly bickering, competing, and driving each other crazy. But their world flips upside down when their parents drop a bombshell. They are getting married. Now, these two enemies must survive under one roof, navigating awkward moments, hilarious pranks, and unexpected sparks. Will they stay at war or discover something deeper? Get ready for the ultimate enemies to lover chaos. Hit that play button and dive into episode 1 now. The anime starts with our protagonists Saito Hojo and Akane Sakuramori crossing paths in the hallway just before class. When Saito gets close to her, Akane suddenly grabs his tie and warns him not to tell anyone about their secret. After their bickering, we see that Saito's cousin Sisei consoles him. Then Saito tells her, "At least you are the only person who understands me." At that moment, Himari also intervenes, but it was of no avail as they again starts fighting. After school, Saito was going home. Then his phone rings, and it was none other than his grandfather. They start their conversation, and it was basically Saito's granddad asked him to come to a certain place. He says, "What if I decline?" But little did he know, he had no choice in that matter. Being taken by his grandfather's subordinates, he starts reminding himself that there was once a great depression happening in country, and the one who revived Hojo group from utter crisis was his grandfather, Tenryu Hojo. Despite public criticism, he fired useless executives and transformed Hojo group into a global high-tech company. He is now 60 years old but still brilliant man. Here Saito was sipping on his tea until Akane sees him, bewildered by it. The first thing she uttered from her mouth is, "Why are you here?" Responding to Akane, "My grandpa summoned me here." "And what about you?" "My grandma called me here." And Akane says, "It has nothing to do with you." But guess what? Who was the one who asked first? She was looking forward spending quality time with her grandmother until Saito ruined her mood, according to her. This back and forth continues until their grandparents arrive. When they see their grandparents arrive together, they are equally shocked. And then Saito's grandfather tells them to come inside. Upon going inside, they had a conversation, and that shocked both Akane and Saito. Saito's granddad tells them how he known Akane's grandmother Chiyo for a long time. They had mutual feeling for each other in their youth. They kept crossing paths without meeting and never got connected. So it's their desire that their grandchildren fulfill the dream that they couldn't. When they both declined, grandfather tells Saito, "I knew you would. After all, you are really my own younger version. So if you really don't want to marry her, that dog will inherit the whole company." Grandma calls Akane and whispers some secret words to her, which made Akane flinch. Saito's granddad tells them they had only 3 days to think. They are both very shocked and don't know what to do given their situation with ultimatums from their grandparents. After when meeting is over, Akane asks Saito outside the plaza, "What are you gonna marry me?" Saito asks the same, "What you intend to do?" Akane replies, "I have never thought this was gonna happen." Then Saito asks, "What did your grandmother said?" In reply, Akane says, "It doesn't concern you." Then they both part ways from there to their homes. As I comprehended in this flashback scene, Akane didn't like to lose to Saito, a guy who is so laid back in her opinion, and he didn't even bother to look at the scoreboard, which pissed her the most. Akane calls her friend Himari and asks her a hypothetical question. What would you do if you are being forced to marry someone you don't even like due to family circumstances? In surprise, Himari tells Akane, "That's so Jomon, you know." But she tells Akane, "I would turn it down." Akane asks, "Why though?" "I have a crush and I want to marry only that person." "Wait, you had a crush?" In confusion, Himari tells Akane, "I never took you for someone who would be interested in such things." Himari, "Do you have a crush on someone?" "Not exactly." "Oh yeah, had he died, all my problems would end," indicating it was for Saito. It was same for our boy Saito. He was super depressed and thinking, why her out of all people? Being pestered by her at school is enough trouble, and now bickering with her at home would be too much for his soul. Sise again consoles him. Saito, you seem to be deep in thoughts. Yeah, grandpa asked for something unreasonable. Saito, what do you want to do? Do you want to live a free life? Or do you want the company? I want both if possible. Sise tells Saito, whatever happens, I am with you always. Eventually, the day came and they went to tell their decision in Saito's grandpa's mansion. Grandpa asks from them, which life will you two choose? Will it the path of the fool or the wise? They decided to get married. Overjoyed by their decision, Akane's grandma shed tears of joy, and Saito's grandfather prepared a new house for them. He didn't even let them go home, take their belongings, because all their stuff was already been moved to their new home.
これが荷物か。
Saito sarcastically told, wow, look at this girl hyping. In exploring their new home, they come across to their bathroom. Seeing the setup, she asks Saito, what are those switches for? It was for lights and bubble bath apparently. Upon hearing this, Akane gets flustered. Now, we see Saito's private room for work and studies. Suddenly, Akane screams. Saito rushes over there asking what happened. There is only one bed in the house, cursing his granddad. That old geezer calls him immediately. There is only one bed. Deal with it. Why would you need two beds when you are married? After exploring and settling down the house, Akane starts to shift her luggage. Saito offers to help, but Akane declines, and seconds later, she slips from stairs, and Saito ended up saving her from falling down. As they finished their housework and had nothing to eat, Saito's granddad sent some food for them. As it may annoys me, this situation he sure is considerate. When he was about to eat, Akane enters the room with a growling stomach, begging like a cat. As soon as he gives her food, she immediately disappears like a cat. After a very long and chaotic day, it was time to sleep. First Saito, then Akane enters the room. Both of them goes to sleep together. A little conversation happens in which they talk about how cramped this bed is, and Akane tells, don't you dare try any funny business with me. Now, present day, as you all have watched this scene in starting of episode, they come to a common understanding. Do not tell anyone in the school about our marriage. With a teary eyes of Akane, first episode ends. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video and want more anime content, don't forget to smash that like button to show your support and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can never miss out on exciting updates. And share this video with your fellow anime lovers to spread the fun. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who is your favorite character so far? Let's talk anime. See you in the next video.